Get started with this bulletin, but before we do, a message from Water Aid to Yemaswati around the country. You are urged to continue to practice social distancing, the washing of your hands, as well as sanitizing. ESWATINI, let's work together to help curb the spread of COVID-19. Let's get started with our first story. His Excellency the Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini has returned from his trip to the Brussels, where he served as a representative for His Majesty King Yemaswati III. Now, the Prime Minister was attending the 6th annual AU-EU Summit in Brussels.
The Honorable Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini is back in the kingdom after attending a meeting of Africa and Europe head of states. The Prime Minister was representing His Majesty the King Yemaswati III at Brussels in Belgium. The Honorable Prime Minister stated that they were discussing issues involving education, health and security. The Prime Minister also stated that he also attended another meeting whereby he was a guest speaker.
Lokukhulu kulomhlangano beke ubukwa indlela tekubambisana emkhathini walamavela amabili ukuthi kungabanjiswana njani ukuthi kube khona ingcubekela phambili kutemnotho nakuletinye nje tinhlangothi letifakelana ekhatsi temfundo letifakelana ekhatsi tempilo njengoba phela sathi ukuthi sisibuya esikhatsini lesimatima lapha khona umhlaba wonke jikelele bukhungathwe sifo seCovid. Lamaveke athina hlangana kwabonakala ukuthi kude longaphepha nakusekhona longakaphephi ngalamanye emavi nabo laba labamhlophe noma sebakutholile kutelapha kungete kwaba sida nangabe emavi ase-Afrika aselokuwona asaphethwe ngilomkhuhlane weCovid ngoba siwathi ukuthi ugijima kangakanani sawubona ucala eShayina sacabanga ukuthi utawuphelela khona kwetanywa kuvalwe amagede kwenziwa lokho kwabonakala ukuthi akusifix indzawo kulomhlangano njengoba sengishito nje kubukwe tintfo letinengi letinhlangothi tehlukene nje kubukwe ukuthi iminotho ingakhuliswa njani kubukwe ukuthi tempilo dingaqiniswa njani nokuthi kube nema-factory kwakhona nala e-Afrika latawakha imijovo ema-vaccine kwabuka nekwekuthi tekulima tona dingaqiniswa kanjani kwabuka tekufundza temasiko.
I am Nohlahla Twala reporting for Yemaswati channel with Gary Carlos, King Yemaswati III International Airport.
His Excellency the Prime Minister condemned the upsurge of the burning of schools around the country, with the Minister of Education, Honorable Lady Howard, echoing the same sentiments.
Following that there are people that are still in schools, the Honorable Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini has condemned this act, stating that those that do this are more like thugs.
Singaphinde sikhuthe nje nalolunye udlame nalo lesilibonako lokuthi bantu babhizi bashisa isikolo. It's a senseless distraction, to be honest. Noma ngase uyambuta lo muntu what is he hoping to achieve? Now shisa isikolo esile mahlanzeni lapha abantu bahlupheka khona. What political statement are you making? It's just a criminal, unjustified, and without any ideological direction. Kude la kuconze khona ukuthi lo muntu ufuna kwachiva nabo bugebengu nje noma singase kubangwa yini but nje akuhambelani vele ne akusipolitiki akusiko naloku ukuthi kumbe superstition kuganga nje lesingakwazi ukuthi kufuna kwachiva yini.
The Minister of Education, Lady Howard, has also voiced out her disappointment with the act. The minister stated that this is a very crucial time when the school children are writing exams and further asked everyone to keep an eye at the schools.
Siyabanika lelithuba lekuthi labantwana singabadisturbi babhale kahle bakhona kulungisa kahle bakhona kuya etikolweni bafike babhale baphumelele i-exam yabo, but nabatawufika esikoleni bakhanze esikolwa sishisiwe kunjani bayahlukumeteka, bayadisturbeka, angeke basakhona ulungiselela nekubhala kahle le-exam lemcokwana kangaka ngoba iyendlula ifika nyalo nje ngeke baphindze bayibhale. Loluze lapho uluzile likusasa labo labantwana, asibabambise ngoba kunxusa nje esiveni nakuto tikhulu committee nawo umango nakubo boba betikhulu emimangweni ukuthi atigadzwe tikolwa ikakhulu nyalo ngalesikhathi sale exam kufanele ukuthi batali ngabe bayanaka ukuthi ikakhulu letikola tikhona letitsandzekako lokuhlukumeteka kufanele ukuthi ngabe already batali noma ke lowo mango sekukhona indlela yokugadza.
Emnunhlanhla Twala with Gary Carlos reporting for Yemaswati channel.
In more news from the Prime Minister, His Excellency gave his condolences to Their Majesty's Cabinet, to the nation, as well as to the family of deceased Minister of Natural Resources, Honorable Peter Bembe.
Siyabonga bekunene buya nje sihlangana nembiko lo matima lobuhlungu futhi ukuthi livela kangwane selishonelwe yimvuna yaka natural resources umnumzane Peter Bembe besimathi noko ukuthi uphathekile kakhulu waBhembe kepha nje niyethembe ukuthi umuntu nakahambile utawubuya ngoba bekahlahamba abuya sesiyeva ke sawo kuhambe kwase kuyamehlula waBhembe siyalila ke sililela umndeni wakhe kakhulu silela emakhosi ngemfana wabo lebeka vele alihlahlandlela kunenjele bese kakwenda nekubuka ukuthi singabathola phi bogesi ngaphandle kokuthi sirely ku South Africa so shiyevela umsebenzi endleleni sawalile emakhosi siyayililela nje necabinet nesive sonke nje semaswati ukuthi awu abahlanga ngehlanga lokubambisa nesive sonke siyalila kakhulu siyabonga.
The kingdom was very well marketed at the Dubai Expo 2021, and the ESWATINI Tourism Authority says that products displayed and sold at the expo were very well received. Chairman of the Dubai Expo Task Team in ESWATINI, Sami Dlamini, says Yemaswati should value and promote their uniqueness.
Eswatini made 200,000 through exhibitions at the 2020 Dubai Expo, according to the Chief Executive Officer of Eswatini Tourism Authority, Mrs. Linda Ngumalo. Ngumalo stated that the numbers are not pleasing at all as they were affected by the spread of Omicron and as the exhibition continued. She stated, however, that through exhibition they were able to market the kingdom, as some people did not even know that Eswatini existed.
Even as Eswatini belingatiwa nasileyo is-discovery ukuthi inqumbi yabantu Eswatini abamatimbamba. So one of our objectives ukuthi sifuna ukuthi kwatiwe ukuthi live Eswatini seng Eswatini. So lokho ke kuyasita kakhulu ekuthenini limaketheke kahle live latiwe futhi emhlabeni wonke jikelele. Lokho ngisho ukuthi vele siku-achievile lokho ngoba maningi emave lahlanganelena onke lama pavilions emave siyahambisana phinde sibambisane futhi ekudingweni letiningi. Imali lesiyendile ngema-sales umva ngasho ukuthi ingo 200,000 kwanyalo siyakholwa ukuthi kutawuqhubeka emave cishe onkhana ema-projections awo abakawa-achieve ngoba linombolo tala ama-tourists besibhekisa atawufika lena akukabi ngilebe sibhekile ngenza be-Omicron variant, yes. So lokho ke kanti futhi Omicron ishaya ngalesikhathi befanele kwenteke ema-sales lasetulu kakhulu ngoba phela December sikhathi lapho khona bonke abantu bavakasha khona. So umuntu nje angasho ukuthi in as much as bongeso lesimo lesi as affect isifo saseswatini kuphela but onke emave akule nkinga leyo yokuthi
uvetile ke kepha nakabuta dinsatheli ukuthi ngabe lokho kulibeka kuphi live ikakhulu ukuthi seliyakhangisa nawe tindzaweni leti kanjena waveta ukuthi I am Zandile Mpapane for Channel Yemaswati News with Abongile Mabu.
Into different regions and areas around the country. In an interview, Mlandvo Dlamini of Home Affairs also touched on the subject of refugees, of documentation rather, for refugees.
The Minister of Home Affairs, when updating the nation as to how the mopping exercise is ongoing, urged the refugees and immigrants to come forward to get the necessary information at the ministry's offices as to how they can acquire certain documents that will allow them to live in the kingdom legally. Speaking during an interview with our reporters, Mr. Mlandvo Dlamini, the information officer at the ministry mentioned that tomorrow they will be at the Shiselweni region in Nkwene as the exercise continued.
Atibuka ke ingcinamba vele lesatithola lena emhlangatane sesisebenzile silitiko sesilungele kangaka kuba kusasa lo lokusabo ngelesithathu mhla ka23 seliyaqala lo msebenzi wemopping eshiselweni bese kuthi mhla ka16 kuMarch 2022 induna itawuchubeka iyolontsha elibonjeni eMambane nalapho ke sekusho ukuthi litiko litabe seliqala lubombo.
He further urged Yemaswati to come forward and come in numbers to register for their identity documents. I'm Zandile Mpapane for Channel Yemaswati News with Mxolisi Mavuso, Mbabane.
Welcome back from the ad break. Let's get right back into our bulletin, but not before another message from WaterAid, reminding Yemaswati to continue to wash their hands, to sanitize, and to practice social distancing. You are urged to continue to observe all COVID protocol and guidelines set by the government in order to curb the spread of COVID-19. Let's get right back into our bulletin. Now, a car belonging to publication The Times of ESWATINI was torched after two gunmen hijacked the vehicle en route its paper delivery trail in Nyageni.
These incidents occurred at Nyageni under the Egukanyeni Nkundla, whereby the Times of Eswatini car was bent by men that are said to have arrived with guns. It is said that the two men stopped the car and told the driver to take all that belongs to him except for the company belongings. That is when they then set the car on fire. The driver of the car was then told to go and board a kombi. The Times of Eswatini car was then burnt to ashes. We tried to get hold of the Times managers. I am Nohlatla Twala with Gary Carlos, reporting for Yemaswati channel in Manzini.
Road trouble continues to rear its ugly head. This time, the community of Mliba voiced their concern for the current state of their roads.
Residents of Esibugweni at Mliba under the Manzini region are complaining about the terrible state of the road in the area. Speaking during an interview with our reporters, Mkiweni Member of Parliament, Honorable Michael Masugu, stated that it is a hassle to even access some services using that road, and further mentioned that he would like the government to help them rehabilitate the road.
Uyabona umgodi uthi ngikuphila khona khona nathi imoto etipakela asikhona ukukhipha lapha esithunjini sinje inyanza leyo asathi uhulumende ukuthi ngosiyami yini angasendela yona kunawo umhlolo esiubonako la ngoba naminister nasikhuluma naminister lobukele temigwaco uyebe songathi uyampersonalize noma soconzena umntana abantu kepha nje uhulumende wonke akakubukela sibone sikiso ukuthi sikanjani siva buhlungu kakhulu lokwenteka ukuthi asebefike batobona lo ukuthi imbaba basikhuluma ngani nasikhuluma kanje tibhedlela nathi ngakhiwe entindzaweni but labantu batafika njani etibhedlela sikhuluma khona bafuna kuya noma ngabe nkulu abantu kude la bangakhona kuhamba ngako sisemadimenti sasathi leti moto ibona tsothi iphelile nayi yami ngicela uyisebenzisa ngaJune emva kwengilinyalo lenginayile yalimala ngeunrest phela uthathe yona ukuthi ngoba ingudlwana leti incane abantu angikhulumi ngeke uhlale unale moto lenkulu sonke isikhathi labantu nasekane lisito ladzika udzingana imoto etincane lebanato labantu bathi afforda ukuthenga but kasakhona ekhapha lo mgodi nje lo ngibona ngimekiwo umgwaqo lesikhuluma ngawo sithi nje siyacela sihlabe inyanza leyo angathi sidathi sikathatha tandle inhloko yawo inyanza leyo inyanza leyo ngisho leliqiniso labantu babuya kuwe na MP kuthi sine MP nanje ngale ubathelela ngakho kumbe uyatulungisela ngakho kuthi ulungisale kakhe ubathele ukuthi ayiqeda uyithini emgwaqo walenga kithi fanana noma ngikuphi la uhamba khona MP na kubuka kwa MP na ukuthi sizakhetha kuzivisa abhlungu kakhulu kana bese siphela sikufisa ngqongqose ivulekele eminyango kwendekele isikhala ngabo babone singeke sikhulume emanga kodwa nje kubonakala kube khona futhi esikhuluma sesikhona ke sifuna 500 liters 10,000 uyamthatha phi MP lo 10,000 lapha nje lifishwe khona bafuna MP and something nakuphi kuwe indlu yakho yalo nje.
The fuming Member of Parliament mentioned that some buses and other cars can't use the same route, and further mentioned that it is damaging to their vehicles. I am Zandile Mpapani for Channel Yemaswati News, Mliba.
A final word now from the Induna Yenkundla of Malinza for the Fagudze Dlamini half-siblings, as a royal kraal has decided their fate in a dispute over family land.
According to Induna Mkuba of Malinza, Mr. Sipho Dlamini, he says that as the royal kraal of Malinza, they did give a verdict that the children of the Dlaminis and those of Fagudze should share the land that they are disputing about, because that land doesn't belong only to the Fagudze, but the land was given to their mother so that she can stay with all her children. Hence, both children from the Dlaminis and the Fagudze have the right to use the land.
Laba bakankosi betana wetana bola kafakutse bahlala ke bakhula ke laba labadzala bambo wasala ke lo munye nemntwana wasuyafa sokusho umntwana wakhe khona lapha bahleli so yahamba ke uma kasafileke umntwana soyakhula zofuna kwakha sebamalela ke laba bomnakabo sithi-ke cha phela hlalisanani lapha ngobe nibantu abemfati nalo mhlaba leseniwubanga awusasiwa akafakuthe ngumhlaba lobe unikwe make wenu uzohlala nabantu abakhe sabayekela kanjalo ke sathi bayeva sesiva ukuthi abevani futhi baphindise sesiva sebayikhuluma emoyeni ayisasiyo yethu leyo ngiyabonga ke mna yethu ngiloko.
On the other hand, Mr. Mandla Fagutse emphasized that that land belonged to their father because their mother came to Malinda because of their father who is a Fagutse.
Ngingwaka Fagutse mina ngingumandla Fagutse lo hlala la khaya ngithi angivumelani naloko lokushiwo indlunkulu leli phepha le order ngiyayiva yona but bakhona labadzala bhuti imidlalo lashiya naye babe la khaya bengicela ukuthi kube khona labadzala bayikhulume lenzaba le nalaba bakadlamini ngicela ukuthi babe khona laba kubo labadzala labo bhuti Kefas nabo bhuti Chili lebalesithatha wena lalo lengithi mina kusekhaya kubo khona ayi mina angivumelani naloko ngivumelana nokuthi mina lo mhlabathi lona wababe make lana weta ngababe.
Reporting for Yemaswati channel, I'm Kiri Carlos with Nhlanhla Twala Mbaga.
Well, that's all we have for you this evening. Let's have a recap of our headlining stories. His Excellency the Prime Minister condemns the burning of schools around the country. The kingdom was well marketed in the Dubai Expo, and a vehicle belonging to the Times of ESWATINI was torched in Nyageni. Well, that's all we have for you tonight. Until next time, have a good one and a safe one, ESWATINI.